Well, you guys are gonna make this video for 10 minutes. I'm gonna tell you another story about me. My husband and I, when I was married, my husband died in 2014. And before he got sick, he was ready to retire, because I retired earlier because I have so many problems, health problems. Anyway, we was ready to retire. Then he got really sick. He got a really bad cancer, and he died in a year. So when they told him that he had cancer, he lasted 1 year, really. So he died on August 4th, on my son's birthday. And so we have tickets bought and everything to go into Chile, for visiting and see if we like it, to probably go back there, or maybe he mentioned to me he wanted to live in different countries, and so we didn't want to establish there really. And he didn't want to really get out of the United States. He kind of was pleasing me because I'm the one who really, until now, want to get out of here. But unfortunately, he died. Therefore, after he died, I had to move myself, sell my home, and do all that kind of stuff. And I have a very good decision when I sold my other house, to buy a little house for myself, which it was a really good decision, because renting right now is very expensive, and when you have a mortgage, it's always going to be the same amount. It's not going to. So it in a way, it's good to own a place, even though you don't really own it. But it's better than paying rent, because you never know when your rent is going to be more or whatever. But at least when you own your place, like I do, it's much better. So I always make the decision and buy and all that. When I was married too, I was the one making all these kind of decisions. I was more the business type in my marriage more than my husband. But my husband, what he did, he just worked really hard. I was the one who did all this decision, and I end up having 8 houses. But I don't have 8 houses now. But in my whole lifetime that I have lived here in this country, and I'm not saying because I have all these houses because I live in the United States, I couldn't have it in Chile too. It's people don't understand that when you get the opportunity, you take it, and you get opportunity everywhere in any country, wherever you live. People don't take opportunities. People don't really think. If you don't have a job, you make a business or open some places, you sell something, and you earn money. But some people don't have that courage. If they don't get a job, they complain, and then they go to another country, and then they found a job, but they never get anywhere. Some people. You have to really, I was the one who moved the marriage, really, in some. When I was 21 years old, I was signing my first house. I was only 21. And how I bought the house? Well, my father was a businessman, and he used to tell me, and teach me a lot of stuff. He talked to me so many stuff about business. So when I got married, I told who was my husband, I said, look, why don't we buy a house? And he was said, are you crazy? We don't have the money. I said, we get the money. we were going to borrow them. I mean, we're going to get somebody, and somebody going to lend us the money. And a friend of his, because he was here first, he was saving money in his bank account. So I said, I told him, I said, listen, I'm going to pay you much higher interest if you lend me that money for 3 or 4 years, because I need that money for my down payment. And that's how I got my first house. He lent me the money for my down payment, and I paid him higher interest, and I paid him the money. Well, we both did. My husband worked too, so we both did. So that's how I got my first home. And my late husband couldn't believe. I said, we're doing stuff that older people at that time, we were very young, we're doing stuff that older people do. I said, what are you talking about? This is how you do business, and I told him. So from there, I went to a better home, and a better home, and a better home, and a better home. So my kids, I had 2 boys, were the lucky one. They always live in really good houses and good neighborhoods and so on. I live in California for 20 years, and that's what I bought. We bought our first home. Then we bought another one in a better, location. As I mentioned in my Spanish video, he brought me to the Mission District, which I didn't like it at all. No, I didn't like it at all. I mean, I understand in the Mission District there are good areas and there are bad areas, but the area that he brought me wasn't that great. So, and I don't like apartments either. I don't know, for some reason I can't live in an apartment. And when I travel, when I go out of the country, I have to get myself in a hotel, and that's the only thing I don't like when I travel, because I have people on top of me and below me, and that's why for some reason I don't like buildings. I don't like apartments. And when I became a widow, everybody was telling me, oh, get yourself, condominium, stuff like that. I said, no, I'm going to get myself a smaller home. And I did. I found my perfect house for me. So I don't really like condominiums or anything like that. No, I don't. Some people love that, to be in a building. No, not me. I like to have my own house, nobody on top of me or below me. No, just my single home. And really like this house. But what I want to tell you is that because we are going to retire and live, and I plan to live too. But I'm so unlucky because in 2019, I wanted to go to a country where I was looking to retire in Europe, and we got the pandemic. So I couldn't travel. Now, beginning this year, I went to this country that I'm interested in too. And I really like it, and I wanted to go now in December, but I can't because for what is going on, so my God, So I've been feeling down because I really want to sell everything and get out of here. I don't like the system in the United States. I really don't, and if somebody feel offended, I mean, that's how I feel. And no country is perfect. I know that, no country. But when you're unhappy in a country, you have to get the place that are going to make you happy. And this place is not making me happy at all. And especially now, the situation here is really bad. It's bad. So I really want to leave, honestly. I want to get out of here, but I hope I do, I hope I do soon. I just wanted to, let you know. People feel offended. Some people tell me, why don't you get out of here? It's like, I try, but I can't. There's different situations, that it happens. But I really want to get out for sure. Bye.